Welcome to Easy Learning Simplified. My name is Ruth, and today we are going to be looking at the topic at area of a circle in Form 2 Math, and our subtopic for today is angle subtended at the center by an arc. So previously we were able to look at how we calculate the area of a sector given an angle and a radius, and also how you're able to get the radius if you're given the angle and the area. So for today, we're going to do the opposite, which is how can we be able to calculate the angle if you're given maybe the other two options, and then we're going to do a few more practice questions. So just reminding ourselves that the area of a sector is angle over 360 by r squared, where the by r squared is the area of the circle. So let's look at a sample of a question in the case where we have been asked to calculate the area of a sector subtending at an angle. So the area of a sector of radius 63. So let's note that down. So our radius is 63 centimeters and the area is 4,158 centimeters cubed. Calculate the angle subtended at the center of the circle. So let's do that. First of all, we said write the formula, which is the area is equals to the angle over 360 pi r squared. We've not been given a specific value for pi r, so we're going to stick with 22 over 7. So our area now is 4,158 is equals to our angle, which we do not know, over 360 times 22 over 7 times our radius is 63 times 63. So this is the same as 4,158 is equals to our angle times 22 times 63 times 63, everything over 360 times 7. So this is the same as 4,158 is equals to, so 22 times 63 times 63 will give us angle times 87,318 over, when you do 360 times 7, it gives us 2,520. So we want to be left with the angle one side, so we're going to do the reciprocal times 2520 over 87,318 times 2520 over 87,318. This cancels with this, and then this also cancels with this. So we have 2520 times 4,158. All this is divided by 87,318. This is going to be equals to the angle. So when you do 2520 times 4,158, we get it's 1,10,478,160. This is divided by 87,318. So when you divide that with 87,318, you get 120. So our angle is going to be 120. So the key thing to note here is to be very careful with the calculation, that is the division and multiplication, so that you do not do any error. And then your final answer, remember, is supposed to be an angle. So let's do a few more practice now that you have gotten how we apply the formula to get the angle. So the area of a sector of a circle of radius 15, now our radius is 15 centimeters, is 270, so our area is 270 centimeters squared. If the area of the sector subtends at an angle, so we have not been given the angle, of the circle, calculate the angle, and you've been given your pi as 22/7. So we said area is going to be the angle over 360 by r squared. The area now is 270 is equals to the angle over 360 times 22/7 times 15 times 15. Always be careful with the units, always confirm they're in the same units, because also that can be used as a trick so that you may forget and use them together. In this case, we have centimeters in both cases. So this is going to be 270 is equals to the angle times 22 times 15 times 15 over 360 times 7. So 22 times 15 times 15 gives us 4,950. So this is going to be 270 is equals to 4,950 angle times the angle over, this is 2,520. Now I have done this before. So we multiply with the reciprocal so that we can be left with the angle at one side. So times 2520 over 4,950 times the same other side 2,520 over 4,950. So this cancels with this and this cancels with this. Be careful. So the angle is going to be 2,520 times 270 divided by 4,950. So 2,520 times 270 gives us 680,400. This is divided by 4,950. So if you divide 680,400 divided by 4,950, you're going to get 137. The two decimal places 0.45 degrees. So that is your angle. And finally, the last question, the area of a sector of a circle with radius 35 centimeters. The area is 490 centimeters squared. Take the angle subtended at the center, calculate the angle subtended, and then you have been given the pi as 22/7. Can be given the pi as 3.142 or another value. So always check what you've been given first before you conclude in using 22/7. So the area is going to be the angle over 360 pi r squared. So the area in this case is 490 over the angle over 360 times 22/7 times our r is 35 times 35. So this is the same as 490 is equals to the angle times 22 times 35 times 35 divide by 360 times 7. So 22 times 35 times 35 gives us 26,950. So 490 is equals to 26,950 divided by, this is times the angle, divided by 2,520 as we have done before. So you multiply by the reciprocal once again, so 2,520 divided by 26,950. We do the same. 2,520 divided by 26,950. So this cancels with this and this cancels with this. So the angle is equals to 2,520 times 490. We divide everything by 26,950. So 2,520 times 490 gives us 1,234,800 divided by 26,950. So if we do the division, 26,950, we get 45, two decimal places, 82. This is our angle. So it's 45.82. So that brings us to the end. So you can check out more revision questions on the same in the app and also notes on the same and get an opportunity to practice. See you in the next lesson.